what policy in your recommendation is going to hold those officers accountable for things like that? I mean, we also have July 30th, that's still never been answered at all. We also have, there's no policy in here whatsoever that I see that deals with anything with protesters or anything of the city's response to protest. And that was one of the biggest things of this. The reason why the executive order even exists in the beginning is because of protesters and because of George Floyd's blood. So what are we doing about that? We also had a conversation about the social media use of the officers, whether they are on duty or off duty, and what the consequence would be for finding them to have spoken with racial prejudice, any types of homophobia on their websites and things like that. It should be automatic firing. There should be a policy for either automatic firing, automatic dismissal for having racial things. We can't retrain somebody that has racist stuff on their websites and in their personal business. So, I mean, what are we going to do to hold them? What policies in here? I just want to know which policies in here exactly. Can you tell me the policies that are holding police accountable? I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I hear you. We're receiving your feedback. This is
okay.
Right. Public
okay.
comment. We're receiving your comment.
No, I understand. I was just asking you a question, though. Can you answer a question, or can we not answer questions on the
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
Question. No, I think it would be great to hear other people's comments. Like you did just say, we just had a call where we were able to talk about several things. So
wait, so you don't have an answer to the public?
I appreciate you bringing that up again.
I'm still talking. So you saying
I was still talking also.
I was talking while you cut me off.
Yes, and?
Yes, and that's rude if you cut me off while I'm talking.
That's your opinion. I appreciate that. What I'm saying is your comment has been received. There's not going to be an answer to literally every single thing that's asked or spoken about here. Okay?
We had up to 5 minutes to talk, and
let's be clear about that at the moment.
Once again, am I still speaking? Do we have up to 5 minutes to speak, or is that not the case anymore? And can we not ask you guys questions? Because I wasn't told in the beginning of the conversation that we could ask any questions. I didn't know that. That's new to me.
Lex, I think what Camille is saying is that if we're going to get through everyone's comment, we can't answer every single question. But I think it's a good question, and I think we can have this conversation. I think she just said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why the police task force can't go over a policy and let the public know that's on this conversation, because a lot of people are on this conversation that wasn't on any of the other conversations. Yeah. Why can't we let them know what policies you guys put in there that are going to hold police accountable, which is the whole point of this task force? I just want to know. I'm sure the people would like to know as well. I mean, that's the whole point of this. So I don't understand why you guys can't answer one question from one person. And I think it was very, very rude for the community to cut me off when you say it's a public comment. I'm the public as well. I'm in the public. I'm part of the community. Can I speak then? Because you guys have been speaking for weeks and weeks and weeks since September. Thank you for not answering. Thank you for not answering any of my questions.
You are very welcome.
Can I jump in here? I have a soft voice, and so people don't hear me when I'm trying to interject. But excuse me, Alexa, when we were talking, a lot of the points that you made are in the policies. Some are in, and it's divided up. I don't know if you had a chance to read through the entire proposal by the task force, but there is in the culture section that we expect that the police to be accountable for any of the actions that they take that cause injustice or injury to anyone in the community. That's in there. I think what you may be, and I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, are you looking for something more specific, which is kind of above our purview here? We can make these recommendations, but it's also up to the city council and to the police department on how they would proceed to to develop these processes. that would hold the police department accountable for certain actions. Does that help any?
Yep, that helps. Thank you for not being rude and trying to answer my question. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Can I say something?
And the other thing, Lex, I would say is, you know, some of the things we've already discussed, like the Citizens Review Board, are directly on point for your concern, is creating a mechanism for accountability. So it isn't that we didn't address this at all. I think there are very clear areas where we have addressed this. We've tightened use of force. We've looked at interagency operations where the sheriff comes in and something like what happened this summer happens again, and how do we hold people accountable in that situation? So I think if you go over this, you'll see there are a lot of they're responding to exactly the concern that you're raising. It isn't in a clear cut like here it says it in this one sentence, but that's not how policy operates in most instances. But it is totally on the top of our mind in how we crafted it.
That's fine. I was just wondering if there was clear language as far as our interactions with police when it comes down to protests. That's all. Because it's going to be a problem that's going to come up and continue to come up in the city. But it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, can I say something?
Yes,
go.
be talking.
Yeah. I just wanted to address Alexis, my brother. You got to understand that we do want these policies, bro. It isn't, but sometimes it feels like you're coming at us in an aggressive manner. And I'm just speaking just for me. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, bro. You know who I am, and you know where I come from. I've been through more police brutality and harassment than mostly anybody that you are on this board. We want this. So it'll be good to try and implement those things. But you can't come at us and be like, yo, how come this isn't done? And how come that isn't done? We can try and implement those things, bro. But we got to work together in harmony, bro, and not in aggression.
We've been working together, man. I just had an hour conversation with the same police task force leading in a nice, calm and civil conversation. That was just on Monday. We just had that conversation. Same person, same man, same guy. I'm just passionate and actually care. You know, that's all. And trying to make sure they do their job. Oh, I know you do. I'm not saying you don't.
So I'm just saying they care too. They care too, bro.
And that's fine, bro. I just talked to them and had a meeting with them on Monday for an hour, like I said. So
saying,
I understand.
We care too, and we're going to try and work at it. Let's just try and work together. That's all I'm trying to say, bro.
I think that's what I'm doing when I reached out to them for a meeting, and that's what we did. Thank you.
Well, we still here, so we can do it. All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
Gabrielle, excuse me if I mispronounce your name.